So I want to talk about an anime that's had me on the edge of the seat each episode this season. And I mean every single episode. It's made me feel so many different emotions at once. And I mean at different times throughout the episode, because it'll be having me feel happy one moment, but then sad, then mad, then pissed off, all these other emotions just popping up. And in the anime I want to talk about is My Happy Marriage. Now, My Happy Marriage is anime that's on Netflix. And of course it's airing weekly because it's seasonal anime. It's a summer 2023 anime. And boy, in my opinion, it's the best anime from this season, because I have not watched an anime like this in a long time. That's a new anime that's made me felt these many emotions, because I feel so many different emotions at times. And it has me rooting for certain characters so much and me hating certain characters. I haven't hated a character in anime in a long time like the way I hate certain characters in here. Now, if you've never seen this anime, please go watch it. It's on Netflix. Almost everybody has Netflix. And even if you don't have Netflix, hop on a pirate ship and you can watch it that way too. But it's a good anime. 6 episodes are out, and we got to talk about it because the most recent episode was what I've been looking for this whole season, because something happened that I've been waiting for, and it was so good. Look, if y'all follow me on TikTok, y'all know I've been talking about My Happy Marriage a lot, and I finally needed to make a video on here and just talk about it because it's such a really good anime, and everybody needs to be watching this. Out of every anime that dropped this season, especially new anime, you need to be watching My Happy Marriage because it's so goddamn good. It's bigger than just a whole romance. If you're like if you're against like romance anime, just know it's bigger than that. It's a really good anime. Like, throw that tag out the window and just watch, because it's a really good ass anime. Like, as soon as you watch from episode 1, basically from the jump, you'll realize how good it is. But let's talk about My Happy Marriage if you haven't seen it. So basically, it's a type of, I'll say it's a type of like Cinderella-ish story, because one, it deals with this girl named Mio, and like her family treats her horribly. Her dad does, her stepmom does, and then her sister does. They all treat her horribly. They treat her like she's basically a servant, like she's less than a servant, because they be doing her dirty. Like, she's not even part of the family. It's like she lives in a wealthy house, but they don't even treat her like that. They treat her so horribly. So the reason why they treat her like this is because Mio's stupid dad was forced into an arranged marriage with Mio's mom, and then Mio's mom passed away, and then him feeling resentment towards like the mom, because like he's like, yo, I never wanted to be married with you, and you wanted to be with his actual sweetheart, who is the stepmom. They all treat her horribly, and the stepmom of course treats her horribly, because if you know, it kind of reminds me of like how certain animals in the animal kingdom, they treat like the cubs of like other lions, whatever. I'm thinking of lions. It's usually the male lions that treat them horribly. I digress though. I'm going on a tangent. I digress. But yes, she treats her horribly, and then like on top of that, we see that Mio does not have power. So and at that point the dad's like, you know what, you're useless. So even treats her horribly. And then you have her stupid little sister named Kaya, who they spoiled. She's a rotten spoiled brat, and it's like, ooh, I hate that girl. I hate all of them, but I hate her with a passion too, because she's always doing something to Mio that just pisses you off. Because one, she thinks she's above everybody. She thinks she's the best because her parents spoil her. Like, her parents spoil her so goddamn much, and it's ridiculous when it's like somebody needs to humble this girl, because you ain't the one, dog. You ain't it. And just know she will get humbled, and she gets humbled. Like, I wish it should have been a little bit worse, but she does get humbled. But yeah, I hate her with a passion. Like, oh, I hate the whole family, but Kaya is the one I hate the most though. Now, when it comes to Mio, there is one person that actually wants to support Mio and like wants to help her out. His name's Koji, and like I'm not sure exactly if they're childhood friends or whatever, but just know they're some type of friends. And just know he's never going to really save her, because one, he's weak and he doesn't stand up for himself. Because like if he actually wanted to save her, he could just like take her from the place, because one, they would not miss her because they clearly don't want her at all. But sadly, he sucks and like he's weak. And just know one day the family's gonna basically arrange a marriage for Mio, and they're like, yo, you're getting kicked out the house. We never want to see you again. We do not want you to be here, because they're sending him off to this person named Kudo, and like he's this general of like the military, and like he's known to like always tell these like women that come like as arranged marriages, like, yeah, I don't want to marry you type shit. But then Mio gets there, and you have this old lady that works for the guy for Kudo, and her name's like Kirei. And just know like she's gonna actually realize that Mio's like actually nice, and like she tries to get Kudo to realize that. And then also Kudo does like realize that she was treated very horribly, because he notices like the way she acts, because one, she always says sorry for almost everything that she does, because one, she was abused in that household she came from and treated horribly. They also notice like all the clothes she has, and like how she really only has one thing that she really wears, and it's like basically torn up, and how she uses like a pick, or just like a comb I should say, that's like messed up and broken. So they notice all these things about her, and even does background checks on her. But it's as like the episodes go on, we see, but slowly but surely, he's actually falling in love with Mio, and then Mio's starting to slowly open up because she's realizing she's actually in a safe place. Because at first she's thinking that Kudo doesn't really want to be with her because like she doesn't have powers and all that. But it's no, eventually he's gonna tell her, he's like, yo, I've been known this, but I want you. He's like, yo, I want you, I want to be with you, I want to marry you. Because he even goes to the house and he tells him, he's like, yo, I found out what y'all were doing to Mio. Y'all can either apologize to her, or I would just get married to her. And like, I don't need y'all blessings. I would just get married to her because I actually love her. And just know the stepmom's all pissed off. The dad's looking all scared like, I don't know what to do. Can you give me some time? And I'm like, dog, y'all can't apologize to your own daughter. And it's like, yeah, y'all did her dirty. So that happens. There was another time when Mio runs into Kaya in town, and oh, it pissed me off because Kaya was over here trying to talk shit, be like, oh, I thought she would be in the streets and blah blah blah. And the funny thing was, when she gets back home, guess what she sees at the gate? And she's losing her goddamn mind. She sees Kudo and she's like, who is this hot ass man? And guess what, girl? It's actually your sister's husband, like future husband, ho, and he don't ever want you. So yeah, that part I was happy about that. But just know we're gonna get to a plot where like Koji's dad, he's trying to be after Mio because like Mio has some like bloodline and they have some type of power. Just know, sadly, Mio does get kidnapped, but I knew when she got kidnapped, this following episode, the new episode that came out this week, episode 6, I knew that Kudo was gonna be on the shits. And boy, when I say he was on the shits from the jump. Look, you have Koji, dumbass, like he's telling him like where exactly Mio's got kidnapped at. And just know they go to Mio's house and like Koji's trying to knock on the door and nobody's opening it. So guess what Kudo does? He blows that bitch. He blows the door up, walks in that bitch, and like he's that one. And then like you have Koji's weak ass dad trying to do some shit. Then like Mio's dad tries to stands up. He literally busts their barrier, bodies both of them. But then Koji's whack ass dad had to use some fire attack. And the crazy thing is he burns down Mio's dad's house. And I'm like, good. I'm like, I hope y'all bum asses are living in the street because y'all are some bums. Like, bro, you do not know how happy I was that episode. The newest episode made me so goddamn happy because I was just losing my mind. I was like, thank you. Finally, this bad family is getting what they deserve. And to top it all off, Mio, while she's kidnapped and you have Kaya and the mom hidden her and all that, she's not backing down and she's standing her own. And like you see the character development that she has. She's like, yo, the past me would have been crying saying I'm sorry, but I'm gonna stick what I want to do. I actually love Kudo. I want to be with him. And it was so good because I was just like, thank you, Mio. You're not backing down from these like horrible people. Like, stand your ground. Let them know that like you hate them. Like, let them know that they're nothing. Like, they suck. They can't do nothing to you now. Like, I was just so happy for Mio. I was just like, thank you. You're not backing down to these horrible people. And then to top it all off, Kudo comes in the storage bound. And this man literally just comes in. He literally saves Mio. And then you have Kaya, dumbass, talking about, she's like, this is a misunderstanding. She's like, I'm the one that should be married. And he looked at her. He's like, girl, if we were the last people on earth, or even if the heavens wanted us to basically be married, he said, I would still never marry you. And he's like, dog, I do not want you. And then even Koji literally tells her that he does not want her, but he's only going to save her because he knows Mio will cry. And I was just like, thank you. She got humbled. And it was hilarious because the wife ran outside and she saw that the house was getting burned down. She's losing her mind. And I was just like, thank you. Finally, these horrible people are getting what they deserved. I hope they are on the street. I hope they are living on the streets because their house got burned down. This is like, dog, this is karma. Because this is what y'all get for treating Mio horribly. And then not having the backbone to stand up against Koji's dad either. It's like, how you let somebody just burn down your house? Like, that was the funny thing about it. But yeah, My Happy Marriage has been phenomenal. I know I just went on this whole tangent about episode 6, but I had to because that episode was everything I needed. It had the family that I hated finally getting what they deserved. We had Mio's character development. We had Kudo coming for the rescue and showing how much of a badass he is. And then at the very end, we saw that the Emperor is plotting something. He wants basically Mio because of her bloodline. And we also, like, it seems like Mio has, like, actually, like, powers and it's hidden inside her because literally her mom tells her that she sees a vision. And her mom tells her, she's like, yo, you'll be able to use your powers now or whatever, or something like that. The powers that are inside you. So we'll see how the rest of the episodes go because what? We got 6 more episodes till it's finished. But boys, has this one been good. And, like, it's my, like, this one's, like I said, is the best anime of the season. And the second one, like, where you can choose whatever else you want. But, like, just know the lead on it is miles ahead because My Happy Marriage has been that good for newer anime. Yes, even for season 2s, in my opinion. Or, like, anime that got new seasons. there's nothing topping this because it's been so good. Like, out of everything I've seen this season, this is the one that's maybe just felt so many emotions. It's been so goddamn good. If you're watching My Happy Marriage, let me know how you feel about it. If you're not watching it, go watch it right now. Like, what are you doing? Go watch it. It's so damn good. It's a really good anime, and it makes you feel so many emotions, and you'll really enjoy this so much. But I've been loving My Happy Marriage so much. I've talked about it so much on TikTok, but I had to make a video for YouTube because it's been so goddamn good, and more people need to watch this, especially like anybody that has Netflix and they have not clicked on this yet. You need to go watch it now because it's so goddamn good though. I love it. And also, I hate Mio's family so much, and I'm so happy their house got burned down. Honestly, I hope some more bad stuff happens to them. I hope it does. Like, I want to pick up the light novels and even the manga of this series because that's how good this is. I probably will at the end of the season when it ends in, like, you know, September or whenever. I will probably pick it up because boy has this series been so goddamn good though. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, why not like? If you didn't, you could dislike, subscribe, really enjoyed. But yes, please watch My Happy Marriage. It's the best anime from summer 2023. And honestly, it'll be up there as like probably a top 5 anime from this year, I should say, because that's how goddamn good this is though. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next video though. Bye!